What if I told you that everything you've ever known, the earth beneath your feet, the stars in the sky, and every galaxy we've ever observed might already be trapped inside a black hole? It sounds impossible, even terrifying. Black holes are supposed to be the most destructive objects in the universe. Anything that gets too close is pulled in by an unstoppable force, crushed beyond recognition and lost forever. Not even light can escape. For decades, we've thought of them as cosmic endings, places where everything simply disappears. But what if that's not the full story? What if a black hole isn't an end at all, but a beginning? At the center of every black hole, scientists believe there is something called a singularity, a point where gravity becomes infinite and the known laws of physics completely break down. It's a place where space and time as we understand them simply stop making sense. The problem is, our current theories, like general relativity and quantum physics, don't fully agree on what actually happens there. And when the best theories we have fail to explain something, it usually means we're missing a deeper truth. So some physicists have started exploring a radical idea. Instead of crushing everything into nothing, what if a black hole creates something new? What if, inside that darkness, an entirely new universe begins? Imagine this for a moment. From the outside, a black hole looks like a dark, silent sphere floating in space. But from the inside, it could be something completely different, an expanding universe filled with galaxies, stars, and time itself unfolding. In this theory, what we call the Big Bang wasn't the absolute beginning of everything. It was simply the moment our universe came into existence, from inside a black hole in another, larger universe. And when you start looking at our universe through that lens, some strange things begin to make sense. Our universe is expanding. Galaxies are moving away from each other faster and faster, as if space itself is stretching. That's exactly the kind of behavior you might expect if our entire universe existed inside something larger, something like a black hole. Even more interesting, some scientists have pointed out that the edge of our observable universe behaves in ways that are surprisingly similar to the event horizon of a black hole, the boundary beyond which nothing can escape. It's almost as if we're looking at the inside of one from within. Now take a step further and imagine the bigger picture. Somewhere in a much larger parent universe, a massive star collapsed under its own gravity. It shrank and shrank until it formed a black hole. But instead of ending there, something new began. Inside that black hole, space started expanding. Time started moving. Energy turned into matter. Galaxies formed. Stars ignited. Planets came into existence. And eventually, life appeared. Everything we know, every moment in history, every thought you've ever had, happening inside something that from the outside might look no bigger than a tiny, dark sphere. Of course, before you let this completely change how you see reality, it's important to remember that this is still just a theory. We don't have direct proof. Testing something like this is incredibly difficult, maybe even impossible, because if we really are inside a black hole, there may be no way for us to ever observe what lies beyond it. The very structure of space and time could prevent us from ever seeing the outside. But even as a possibility, it's a powerful idea. It forces us to rethink what black holes really are. Maybe they're not just cosmic destroyers. Maybe they're creators, gateways to new universes, each one born from the collapse of something in another reality. And if that's true, it raises an even bigger question. If our universe was born inside a black hole, could there be countless other universes out there, each hidden inside their own black holes? And could our own black holes be creating new universes right now? So the next time you look up at the night sky, staring into what feels like an endless ocean of space, consider this. You might not be looking out into the universe at all. You might be looking deeper into something far stranger, something we're only just beginning to understand, because it's possible that we are already inside a black hole.